Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from a stack of sources, giving you a shortcut to being well-informed. Today, we're plunging into something genuinely intriguing, the Huawei JC Mextro S800. Imagine a vehicle that's not just aiming for the ultra-luxury market, but openly challenging the established giants with this audacious blend of tech and design. Our mission today is really to cut through the noise, give you a complete picture of this, well, remarkable car. We've gathered some fascinating details from its ambitious design philosophy to the powerful tech kind of defining its drive experience. So you can quickly grasp what makes this vehicle so noteworthy. We'll unpack the specs, the strategy, and the cutting-edge features that really caught our eye.
Yeah, and what truly stands out here isn't simply a new car. It's the significance of how it was created. This vehicle is a product of the HEMA Alliance, that's Huawei Intelligent Automotive Solution Business Unit. It signifies Huawei's deep integration strategy with traditional automakers, like JC Group here. So Huawei isn't just a supplier in this case. They're providing the core smart tech stack. Think software, sensors, basically transforming the car's intelligence. And this raises a really important question right at the outset. Can this tech-first approach, from a relative newcomer, genuinely disrupt the old guard of ultra-luxury, where heritage often counts for so much?
You set the stage perfectly for that ambition. I mean, when a brand is openly eyeing Maybach territory, what does ultra-luxury even mean for the Mextro S800? This car, pre-orders open November 2024, full launch May 2025.
Yeah.
It's explicitly targeting serious competition. We're talking the S-Class, the 7 Series, the A8, direct rivals. But like you said, sources suggest it might even be eyeing Maybach. That is an extremely bold claim for any newcomer. What specifically, maybe in its execution or market strategy, makes them think they can compete there at that level?
That's precisely the crux of it, isn't it? Entering the segment, it means not just matching performance metrics. You have to rigorously exceed expectations, design, comfort, and especially technological integration. That's key. And when we look at how they're approaching this, well, the sheer physical presence, the dimensions alone, they speak volumes about the luxury intent. It's a statement.
Okay, so let's dive into that presence. It's a full-size four-door sedan, built to command attention. And here's where that intent really shows. It's approximately 5,480 millimeters long, 2,000 millimeters wide, and 1,536 millimeters high. Big car. And crucially, it has this massive wheelbase, around 3,370 millimeters. That's engineered specifically, it seems, for a supremely spacious interior, almost like focusing heavily on rear passenger comfort.
Oh, absolutely. That wheelbase is perhaps the most telling indicator of its luxury positioning. In the ultra-luxury world, particularly in markets where being chauffeured is common, that rear legroom, the cabin volume, it's paramount. So this extended wheelbase guarantees that kind of expansive comfort you expect in top-tier executive sedans. It's directly challenging its European rivals on space. And, its weight, too, between roughly 2,600 and 2,850 kilograms, depending on the version. That signals a really robust, solid build quality. It's not just a number. It implies extensive sound deadening, premium materials, and the large battery packs, contributing to that sense of security and quiet inside.
Right, that isolation from the road. And visually, the Mextro S800 makes a strong statement too, doesn't it? It supports this whole ambition. It's got this grand, almost monolithic form, a commanding presence, with that distinctive front end, the full-width lights. It's aiming for contemporary elegance, I think. Maybe less traditional than some German rivals, but definitely projecting this modern, tech-forward luxury vibe. It's not trying to copy them. It feels like it's establishing its own look.
Its own aesthetic.
So, with all this emphasis on space, build, and that distinct look, you might wonder what's actually powering it all. Let's shift gears, look under the hood.
Yeah.
The Mextro S800 doesn't just offer one powertrain type. It strategically presents multiple versions, pure electric, the EV, and range expanded, the ERVV. This gives buyers different options depending on their specific needs and preferences, right?
Exactly. Flexibility is key in luxury.
Let's start with the pure electric, the EV variant. This one's got a dual-motor all-wheel drive system, powered by a pretty substantial 97 kilowatt-hour NMC battery from CATL. Now, NMC, nickel manganese cobalt. It's known for high energy density, high power output, crucial for performance and range in a big EV like this.
Correct. It's a well-regarded chemistry for these applications.
And it promises an electric-only range of about 650, 700 kilometers. That's based on China's test cycles, CLTC usually. And performance-wise, 0-100 kilometers in about 4.3 seconds. For a car this grand, is that just impressive, or does that kind of acceleration actually change the expectation for how a luxury car should feel?
That's a great question, because in the luxury space, it's often less about raw speed and more about the effortlessness of that speed. 4.3 seconds isn't just quick. It represents that instant, silent surge of power that kind of redefines the luxury driving feel. It's about command, authority, without any engine noise or vibration. But you touched on range anxiety earlier. For a luxury buyer planning longer trips, that can still be a factor, even with decent EV range.
Yeah.
And that's precisely where the range extended, the ERV version, comes in. It's a really fascinating engineering solution. It fundamentally rethinks how an internal combustion engine can serve a luxury EV.
Okay, tell us more about that ERV approach. How does it work differently from, say, a traditional hybrid?
Right. So the EREV combines a 1.5-liter turbo engine. But here's the key difference. It's primarily used as a generator. It doesn't directly drive the wheels in most situations. Its job is to produce electricity. This ICE acts like a little onboard power plant, recharging the battery and feeding the electric motors, often in an all-wheel drive setup on higher trims. And this unique combination gives it a massive combined range. We're talking up to an astounding 1,150 to 1,333 kilometers in optimal setups, with an electric-only portion of maybe 340, 400 kilometers before that generator even needs to kick in.
Wow, over 1,100-kilometer combined range.
Yeah, it's huge. Now, it might be slightly slower, 0-100, maybe mid to upper 4 or 5 seconds, depending on trim, compared to the pure EV. But that sheer combined range, it's a game changer for long journeys. It effectively eliminates range anxiety. It offers incredible flexibility for you, the driver or passenger. It's quite a pragmatic solution without really compromising that electric drive feel for most daily use.
That makes sense. And beyond the range itself, what about charging? That's always a big deal for EV and, I guess, EREV owners too.
Yes, and this is another area where it seems quite impressive. A key takeaway is the charging capability. Both EV and ERVV versions feature pretty robust DC fast charging. Around 5C for the EV, and even faster, 6C for the EREV.
Okay, C rate. That relates to charging speed versus battery size, right?
Yeah.
So 5C or 6C means very fast.
Extremely fast. A 5C rate theoretically means you could charge the battery from empty to full in 1/5 of an hour, so 12 minutes. A 6C rate is even quicker. Now, in reality, it's usually measured like 10-80%. But some reports for the EV variant suggest maybe a 10-80% charge in around 12 minutes, under ideal conditions, of course.
12 minutes for that much range?
Potentially, yes. This really pushes the envelope for convenience. It changes how you think about planning long electric trips. It's not just quick charging. It feels like a strategic move to make EV ownership incredibly seamless, especially for this luxury segment, wiping out that charging time concern.
Okay, so powerful performance, impressive range options, super fast charging, but luxury is more than just the powertrain. Moving beyond just getting you from A to B, this car packs serious tech and luxury features. Let's talk chassis and suspension, because it's not just about power, it's fundamentally about the ride quality, isn't it? In this class, comfort is king. How does the Maestro S800 deliver?
It certainly aims high here.
It boasts an advanced active suspension system and rear-wheel steering. That rear steering is interesting. It can significantly cut the turning radius in a, quote, special mode, making a huge car easier to park or maneuver in tight spots.
Exactly. It adds a layer of agility that belies the car's size.
And it integrates sophisticated body control systems like X-Motion. What exactly is that doing for the ride?
Think of X-Motion as the car's brain for ride comfort. It's predictive. It actively adjusts the suspension damping, the stiffness, in real time to smooth out bumps before you really feel them. The goal is to create this incredibly serene, almost flying carpet experience for everyone inside, delivering an unruffled journey no matter the road.
A flying carpet. I like that.
And that smooth, controlled ride naturally leads us to think about safety. In this segment, safety isn't just a feature. It's a baseline expectation, an absolute must-have. And here, the Maestro S800 seems to be aiming quite high, too. Our sources mention a remarkable 13 airbags.
13. Wow.
Yeah, coupled with a strong body structure, lots of ultra-high-strength steel and aluminum. Plus, a comprehensive suite of active and passive safety systems. It sounds like they're building a fortress on wheels. Is this just meeting the standard, or is this level of protection actually a differentiator right now in ultra-luxury?
That's a fair question. It certainly feels like they're pushing the envelope on passive safety features. And speaking of feeling secure and comfortable, let's move inside the cabin. The real indulgence, right? The interior. This is where it gets really interesting for people who prioritize comfort, Materials, exquisite detail. We're talking high-end materials, supple leather, rich wood veneers, all meticulously applied. Some trims might even feature crystal elements or other sort of bespoke decorative touches to elevate the ambiance. Very tactile, very visual.
Creating that premium atmosphere.
And there's a strong focus on comfort for everyone, especially in the back. Deeply reclining rear seats, turning the back into a relaxation zone. And sources even suggest the possibility of an executive four-seater version that would offer even more space, more luxury back there, turning the rear cabin into a proper mobile lounge for you and your passengers.
Precisely. That four-seater configuration is the ultimate statement in chauffeur-driven luxury. Maximum personal space and bespoke features. And underpinning all this physical luxury is a deeply integrated tech experience. That's where Huawei's influence really shines. What stands out is the cabin's digital ecosystem. A tri-screen display setup dominates the dashboard, plus smart interaction features, voice controls, and advanced driver assistance systems, ADS, powered by Huawei ADS.
Right, the Huawei Intelligent Driving Solution.
Exactly. And if we connect this to the bigger picture of HEMA, this system provides a whole suite of features: adaptive cruise, lane keeping, advanced parking assist, making driving safer and more intuitive. And beyond driving, there's robust connectivity. Things like seamless network switching between carriers, preloaded maps, and even vehicle satellite communication. That's a real asset if you find yourself in remote areas with no cell signal.
Satellite comes in a car. Okay, that's quite advanced.
It's all designed to keep you seamlessly connected and informed, whether you're driving or being driven. It pushes a definition of luxury that's as much about digital sophistication as it is about craftsmanship.
Okay, so after detailing all these impressive specs, the size, the design, the powertrains, the tech, the luxury touches, how has this newcomer actually been received? Did it manage to capture the attention it was clearly aiming for in the market?
Well, let's look at the launch.
In China, when it launched, the price ranged from about 708,000 to just over 1,000,000 Chinese yuan. Depends on the configuration, of course, and the market's reaction. How did the orders look?
Apparently, the initial order numbers were remarkably strong. We're talking thousands of pre-orders placed very quickly within days, maybe even hours of the book's opening.
Thousands, that quickly. That's a really powerful signal of interest, isn't it?
It absolutely is. And it prompts us to ask, what does this strong initial reception really tell us? It strongly suggests there's a significant appetite, maybe an evolving one, for new luxury options, especially those backed by serious tech innovation and a brand like Huawei, which has global recognition for tech prowess. This isn't just a new car finding a niche. It feels like it signals a potentially shifting landscape in the premium auto market. It kind of directly addresses that initial question we had: can a new player really compete? Well, it seems a lot of consumers, discerning ones, are already saying, yes, it can, especially when it redefines luxury through this tech-forward lens.
So wrapping this up, what does this all mean for you, the listener, whether you're a discerning driver or just a curious observer of the auto world? The Maestro S800, it isn't just another luxury car, is it? It feels like a profound statement, a bold fusion of cutting-edge tech and opulent design, daring to challenge the established giants and maybe redefine expectations in that ultra-luxury space. It's pretty compelling proof that innovation can, and definitely does, come from unexpected places.
And zooming out a bit, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really highlights a fascinating trend. The whole automotive world is being reshaped by these powerful tech collaborations and, well, new definitions of luxury. These new definitions seem to increasingly emphasize digital integration, seamless connectivity, sustainable performance, right alongside traditional craftsmanship and comfort. It's not just about horsepower and the finest leather anymore, It's about the whole digital experience, the environmental aspect, woven into the car's very fabric.
So, thinking back on our deep dive, what stands out most to you? Maybe it's that audacious 12-minute fast charging claim, or the immense combined range of the EREV version, or just the sheer boldness of aiming for Maybach territory right out of the gate.
And maybe consider this provocative thought to leave you with as tech companies increasingly enter and, frankly, influence the automotive space. Will the very definition of luxury shift even further? Will it prioritize digital sophistication, seamless connectivity, predictive intelligence, maybe even over heritage and established brand names alone? What other disruptions might this kind of collaboration inspire next? And how will it ultimately shape the wider luxury market in the years ahead? Lots to think about.